I'm not the most honest of narrators, so take what you will with a grain of salt and a pinch of sand as we venture into the deserts of Johnson Valley. Hear the clink of ice? You don't hear that shit in the desert. Ah. Right about now, I should come up with a beautiful quote about the desert. But since I have an iPhone and the internet, I'm just gonna read this shit. The desert tells a different story every time one ventures into it. A desert is a place without expectation. Unless you go with D-Hump, he expects you to work your ass off, get the shot every fucking time, and never talk back. Let's be honest, the antithesis of the desert is Huntington Beach. So let's start into that heart of neon darkness, where we catch up with Forrest Minchinton, working day and night to put together this machine, his 1996 CR500, a woolly two-stroke beast that's going to rip everyone's arms off. Forrest built this two-stroke death machine so him and his three buddies could race it on the longest off-road race in the United States of America, the Las Vegas to Reno. Forrest Minchinton. This man is a one-man band. The Minchinton compound is on the outskirts of nowhere. And I mean nowhere. This is no man's land. Literally no man's land. They had a plague out there last year. It killed over 100 rabbits. Rabbits! No men. Forrest wheeled out the bike. The boys smiled and shrugged. They knew what was coming up. A lot of work, a lot of danger, a lot of good-ass times. The only thing they had left to do was put on their purty little outfits. I'm not talking shit, but I race in boots and a t-shirt. And here come our caballeros. Anthony Rodriguez, our young Latin lover who's pretty much a maestro on anything two wheels. We got Nick LaPaglia, goddamn blue-collar hero of LaPaglia family fame. Ciaran, the kid is dangerous. Then we have bike builder himself, mastermind of the race, Forrest Minchinton. Built this damn bike, has this compound, and put the whole thing together. Wheels up, and to the dunes they went. Ripping up some sand, having a good-ass time. You can almost see those smiles under those helmets. Fuck, Anthony's good at wheelies. You know what he's not great at? This shit. Because right about now, camera cuts, but he flips over the handlebars and busts his lip. Then gets on a dual sport and just sends it 60 yards. No big deal. It's no big deal. That's kind of a fucking big deal. Holy shit. The guy can ride. Damn, that looks fun. Looks like ballet. When a man goes down, you don't go and help him up. You go and spray the shit out of him. And that's what friends are for. As the boys come back in, hide in the shade, they start going over the specs of the bike and what needs to be done to get it race ready. Forrest has put in some time building the thing. So much time that instead of 3 days of test prep, we have an afternoon. And now the boys are going to start taking laps, testing it out, getting a feel for it. Adjustments are made, specs are measured, arguments are had, opinions are weighed, and basic wrenches are turned. Nick LaPaglia of LaPaglia Racing fame is up. But I mean, look at his hair. It's hanging out of the helmet. It's glorious. In itself, an insane race. But then, to do it on a bike that's over 25 years old, a two-stroke, basically lessons in futility. This thing was not made to do this. This thing maybe wasn't made to do this 24 years ago. When the time comes for the race, the boys will be prepped, and so will the bike. And the ladies are gonna be frothing. And the dudes are gonna be jealous. And I think that's how Nick LaPaglia lives his life. Frothing ladies, jealous dudes, and ringing out two strokes. Ciaran up next. We have Anthony Rodriguez. A-Rod is a machine. Every single racer has said it, and even Forrest told them before they got on the bikes, like, you don't win the race by being the fastest, you win the race by finishing the race. A-Rod said, no entiendo inglés on that one, and blew the shit out of that engine. Forrest Minchinton coming in red hot. Looks like he's off to go steal somebody's girl, per usual. Ciaran, an engineer, Nick, years of experience, decided to turn wrenches on the beauty. A-Rod decided to jump on the dual sport and take it to the lake bed as the sun set. Damn, that bike's pretty. Well done, Forrest. Forrest never not turning wrenches on the damn thing. Ciaran giving his 2 bits. 2 a.m., dropping the bike off at the starting gates. Number 1 rider goes to the builder of the machine, Forrest Minchinton. The Vegas to Reno race, 4-man team racing 500 miles from Vegas to Reno, all off-road. No race in the USA comes nearly close to this death match. And our guys decided to do it on a bike that's over 20 years old. Solid reasoning, fellas. Ciaran gives it the nod. Forrest hops on, goggles in place, ready to fuck shit up. He heads off to the starting line. Geared up and ready to race his 100-mile stretch, Forrest takes off into the sunrise. Mile 1, fucking catastrophe. Engine has blown up. Forrest is pushing his bike. Fucking race is over. They've spent weeks on this. They've put their heart and soul into it, and they're done. The boys finally come upon Forrest, and Nick LaPaglia comes up with a pretty good idea. You know that old dual sport that A-Rod was launching 60-foot airs on? Let's illegally race it. And then what do? They swap stickers. They swap tags. They swap a transponder. And look at that. We got a new bike and Forrest is off. Mile 1 accomplished. Also, don't tell any of the officials about this. Imagine this is probably what it looks like if you're actually doing the race. Now this far into the race, we're now at past mile 2. Good job, boys. But we've realized something. A, we can't win this race. B, if we do win this race, we'll get disqualified. And C, the trophy trucks are coming up hot. So we need to survive this race. So it's no longer a race to win. It is now a race to survive. Ciaran comes in off his 123-mile leg. Oh, on 1 tire. The rest of his tires just dragging ass through the desert, flopping around like my dick on a Friday night after 40 beers. Boys got to work on the tire. He takes a piss. He gets back on. Off into the desert he rolls. Good luck. Watch out for them trophy trucks. Ciaran, I would just like to say thank you. Safety first. Keep that headlight on. You never know who you need to pass in the desert. Maybe use a turn signal on that hard left turn. If you're going about 100, you have very minimal gear on you. There's rocks everywhere. There's trophy trucks behind you. There's fucking a flat tire on your bike. Your headlights are on, but you still can't see shit. And you're fucking smiling ear to ear if you're one of these imbeciles. By imbeciles, I mean heroes. The guys are heroes. Forrest Minchinton switching tires again, saving the day. The guy is good with the metal spoon. Nick LaPaglia up for the last 120-mile stretch, looking pumped about it. motherfucker rolls on in. What did you win, Nick? Absolutely nothing. Hey, is that the bike you took off on? No, it's not. But let's not tell anybody. Also, what's your mom's number? The boys are hyped. It's time for some celebrations. So, looks like it's some afternoon beers for the boys. Well deserved. Paglia, way to go, my man. Ciaran, get rid of that hat. Okay, fair enough. Love you too, you're number one. Hey, Forrest, how do you like your beer? Oh, air cooled, just like your bike. These guys are awesome, man. They had the chance to go home fine after 1 mile. They just stuck it out. They got grit. The boys got grit. They got dirt in their teeth. They got gas in their nostrils. They got mud in their hairs. They finished the fucking race. I guess somewhere in there's a lesson to be learned. I don't know, I've been drinking all night, so don't ask me. But that might be a lesson in itself. Keep drinking, keep talking, and have a good time. The State of Ethos saying, ladies, call me, I'm single.